to running, a lot of the more colorful stories are stories you don't necessarily have the ability to share. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Back in the day when elevators were, you crammed as many people as possible into the elevator, we got on the elevator and a lady was there trying to get on the elevator with two small children. And the two small children delightedly crammed themselves in with the weird people with the funny costumes, and the mom couldn't get in fast enough and the doors closed. Now these were two small unattended children, so Data and I stayed on that elevator and went back down to the first floor with them because, well, and presumably since we're both ladies, then we are less dangerous than all these other weirdos. So we finally reached the bottom floor, and this woman snatches her children from us as if snatching them from the jaws of death, and with this look on her face like, ooh. And as the doors closed back as we went where we were going, we heard one of the children turn and exclaim, "Mommy, I want a tail." So that is how we spread furry fandom.
I would be so much poorer without the Midwest Fur Fest family in my life. It's through Midwest Fur Fest that I met a man who I love very much. And when he passed away, I don't think I would have been able to make it without the support of the wonderful people who are part of this convention. They are my friends, they are my family, and I count myself just incredibly fortunate to be a part of this and have all of this in my life.
Back the first year of the convention, it was by pure happenstance. Takasa and I were at the close of dealer's room. We hadn't planned it, and we closed the dealer's room with a kiss. Every year from 2000 to 2015, we made it a point to be in the dealer's room to close the dealer's room with a kiss. 2016, it happened that we both just entirely missed it. So I happened to say something to him at closing. So he had somebody announce over the speaker, confusing everybody, say dealer's room is closed. Dealer's room is closed. And we sealed it with a kiss. And that is the last time we shared a kiss closing dealer's room.
It's a bunch of friends putting this large party on for other people. We come together, we put on a show, and everyone seems, most people seem to really enjoy what we do here. And being a volunteer here, you know, we get nothing out of this except the joy, I guess, of a job well done.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. All right. Wave your hands in the air. Thank you very much, everybody. All right. For every curiously specific rule you see, usually there's a colorful story behind it.
Midwest Fur Fest Closing Ceremonies 2019! I have been waiting a year to say all this to all of you. It's me, Tiller. Hello.
I knew it was you all.
Everyone, give yourselves a round of applause if this is your first year at Midwest Fur Fest. Yeah! Now give a round of applause if this is not your first year at Fur Fest.
Thank you, everyone, for being here this evening. It's been an amazing weekend, and hopefully everyone's had a good time. Everyone have a good time this weekend? That is great. It makes all of us feel wonderful when we hear the applause like that. And we want to thank all around 11,000 attendees that have came in this year from nearly 50 countries from all around the world. I want to give out some special thanks, though, to our 4 guests of honors, Artcore, Brushwolves Creative Studios, Amy and Amanda, and Mary Loud. We all give them a round of applause, please. Thank you. So, I may be the head of this organization, or the convention, but there are many, many, many people that I work with to make this convention happen, and I want to recognize a few of them right now. For my leads, these are the, basically, I hate to say, kind of like middle management folks. So, I tell them to do something, and they go and tell their departments what to do. So, I want to thank these people, and if they would come up on stage, we have something, a nice little gift here for them. We have Calais first, please. Next up is Metro. Calais, would you like to stay on the stage? Or not? You're welcome to stay on the stage. Next up, we have Null. Next is Sin. And finally, my final lead is Theome. He's a natural ham, right? The next group of people are my vice chairs. These are basically my right-hand people during the convention. So the first one up would be Data Hawk.
I'm waiting.
Next is Duncan. And finally is Woody. And last, but definitely not least, is the board president who actually oversees this whole monstrosity that is MFF. So I'd like to bring to the stage Cheetah. And you can hear him coming. These folks are some of the few people, these people have kept me sane and have been wonderful to work with over the past 2 years as I've been con chair. And I really couldn't have done this without any of you. And I really appreciate all the dedication and hard work all of you have done for me. And I'd like to thank you again. One last round of applause here for them, please. There's many facets to this convention, and we have multiple departments, and I'd like to read off really quick. Hi. I'd like to read off our department heads, just to give them quick name recognition here. So Thumper, who has been basically my right-hand paw for the convention. Hi. oh, Lord.
Does anybody need any badge slips?
The wonderful Tiller, who runs Herd of HR. Crimson, who helps run SCI. Sin and Crypto, who run our legal department. Cheetah, our head of contracts. Vince, our head of finance. Brendan Lonehawk, dealer's room. Kelshin and Dubell, who did the Artist Alley and Marketplace this year. Hug Monster in our art show. Tango, crowd control. Pixie, the maven of security. Hobbs, medical. Calais, our logistics head. Max Skunk, hospitality and con suite. Spaz Fox, social media. Ringer and website. Dave Cat, infodesk. Cody, media relations. Metro Tech Services. Mirko for our charity. DexCat for our photography department. Smack Jackal in operations. Piper in volunteers. Reno and White Fox in publications. Roscoe in theming. Dozier in accessibility services. Duncan, Street, Hino, and Noen, who makes up the four-headed monster that is our hotel facilities and F&B department. Audie and the wonderful folks who bring light to the stage.
I love you, Audie!
And there it is. Shelton down in the Fungin and for gaming. Theome and Four for programming. Robert King in the Furry Variety Show. Wild Fox, who runs our fursuit lounges. Tech Fox, who puts together all the dances each evening. Blith, my head of registration. And Gino and Nixier, my head of VIP and guest of honor relations. Can we get a quick round of applause for that group? And finally, this convention could not happen, even with those 30-odd people, without the 400-plus people that are our general staff. If you are a staff member, please stand up real quick. Thank you very much. Thank you for all your help this year, and look forward to you next year. And I hear there's a way that you could join this lustrous group. Tiller?
Yes, thank you for that beautiful segue. Hello, it's me, Tiller. I love this.
Love you, Tiller!
I love you too, whoever you are. Great. So yeah, as Rama mentioned, you can be part of this. All of us, I speak for all of us when I say we do this because it fills our hearts making this. It's incredible to be part of something so large and so wonderful, and be part of seeing the joy that comes to all the attendees and knowing that you're a part of that and being part of the community. And I very much encourage you to join us. How, Tiller? How may we join you? Thank you, also Tiller, for asking. You're welcome. You can email me at hr@furfest.org. I'm not going to reply for 2 weeks because I'm very tired. But it's so fun. It's really rewarding. It's the most positive, joyful. As many people mentioned in the video, it's like being part of a family and you're creating something together, and it's the warmest, fuzziest feeling, and I'm going to cry now, so I'm going to leave. But email me at hr@furfest.org and we'll find you a place on the team. And now, to continue talking about the wonderful things we do at this convention, exactly for our hotels and facilities, Duncan! You can clap now!
Thank you very much. I just wanted to extend some quick thanks to our hosts here. The Hyatt Regency O'Hare has been amazing, as always. And I'd like to extend thanks to Deb, who may be hanging out back in the balcony, maybe? She is our primary contact here at the Hyatt Regency, and she is incredible. Thank you for all that you do. I also want to extend our thanks to the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center. We have just a little bit of space to work with over there this year. This was our first year there. I'm thinking as time goes on, we're definitely going to improve our usage of it, and we're going to expand further. It's a pretty safe bet. I also want to extend thanks to our partner hotels, the Lowe's Chicago O'Hare, the Crown Plaza O'Hare, the Aloft O'Hare, the Hyatt Rosemont, and the Comfort Inn. Did you know that the Hyatt Rosemont is not actually the Hyatt Regency O'Hare? Just thought I'd reinforce that. And finally, I want to extend thanks to the Skokie Valley Kennel Club because they were nice to us.
If you don't like me standing center stage and striking a pose, I have bad news for you about the rest of this event. As we all know, furry would be very little without the art that makes it up. And so we have a very special event the entire weekend of this, and that's the art show. And that is run by someone wonderful who is about to come up here and announce the winners of everything that happened in the art show this weekend. So please put your hands together once again for Hug Monster!
We had a lovely art show this year. 106 artists, brand new huge room, absolutely loved it. We sold just about $42,000 worth of art. Data House is modeling the chairman's choice. She didn't get to decide this year, she can decide next year. The attendance choice went to Artemis Ascending by Q Chi, and I apologize if I killed the name. Nobody could get it right for me before I left.
Oh, wow.
The staff choice, The Prince by Hibbery. Chairman's choice, Winter Forest Wolf Pack by Iphis. Somehow he won that bid. Thank you, and get a bidder number.
I love this. It's me, Taylor, and our head of gaming, Shelton, had to take a flight earlier today, so press F for respects. I'm told that's a very cool young person gaming reference. Hopefully I'm right. Anyway, gaming. There were tournaments this weekend in gaming. It was an incredible time down in the Fungin. And to announce the winners of our gaming events is Fury Fire!
Hello. So we had a great time down here in the Fungin this time. We had 3 big tournaments go on. The first one I'm going to announce is our Super Smash Brothers winners. Third place is, and I pardon if I butcher the names, Salvi. Second place is Lexair. And first place is Habari Zayn. Then we had our poker tournament. In third place, we have Rex. Second place, Tiger of the Wind. And in first place, Fiend. And lastly is our 4th annual Mario Challenge. This is a contest that was ran by one of our staff members who we affectionately call Mario. This year, the challenge consisted of Super Mario Brothers on an arcade stick. However, PETA will be proud of this. You cannot kill any enemies. You cannot grow into Super Mario. And the gravity was that of the water levels. So these are the 3 that made it the furthest and won the prizes that Mario brought this year. Third place is Aki Dragon. Second place, Mello the Ferret. And first place, Isaac made it to World 7-4. Isaac. That concludes the tournaments that we had here in gaming. So I hope to see you guys in the Fungin next year.
Surprise, I came from that side this time. And I'm standing a little further back. Twist. Also a twist, a cool dance craze from the 60s. We have dancing here at Midwest Perfect. My segues are flawless. Thank you. You're flawless, you faceless angel. Great. The head of our programming is about to come up here and announce the winner of all of our many and sundry dancing events this weekend. So please put those hands together again for Theo!
Howdy, everyone. So we had panels at our convention, apparently. I think some of you attended. Let's hear who here attended a panel at one of our programming events. Did you know that closing ceremonies counts as programming? So let's try that again. Who here's attended a programming event? I did that purely for validation. So, we had a number of events that you could consider to be contests for people to take prizes. So, first we had the Fursuit Games, where we had the green team win. We had the Furry Variety Show. Now, for those who don't know, this is a judged competition. And this year, Cyberfox and their crew won by performing Jingleheimer Junction. So let's hear it for them. Next, there's a dance battle event at our convention. I think it's called Floor Wars. Who here saw that? So the people who won Floor Wars was a crew called My Two Dads, which featured someone named Theum, a guy named Strobes, and someone named Blue. So let's hear it for them and me. And then finally, we have the Fursuit Dance Competition. Who watched that? So there were 2 divisions of the Fursuit Dance Competition today. First, we had the group category, which was won by Atsu and Arrow. So let's hear for them. And then there was the solo division, where we had 3rd place going to Darky Pup. Second, let's hear for Darky Pup. Second place for Jamage. And I notice I'm repeating names a lot. First place, Strobes. And that's all I got. Love y'all, bye.
Bye! We miss you! No!
Hello again, it's me, Tiller.
Hi, Tiller!
I wanted to find. Whoa. Hold on.
Take 2.
It's me, Tiller.
Hi, Tiller!
I wanted to find a fun 3rd way to exit, but there's no opening back there, and I don't think Audie wants me to try and find one. No. There's one thing that I think we're all passionate about here. It's something we do at every convention, and that is we raise money for a charity. I think it's really magical what we do with that, how we get to express ourselves to the community in that way, and how we give that way. And now, to talk more about our charity, please welcome to the stage, Mirko!
Looked out there, did some shopping at IKEA today. They had cardboard on sale. We had a great year, and it was because you guys are so dang generous. Well, we'll tell you how generous you were. We'll get to that in a minute. I'd like to thank, first of all, the people who are working with my staff of charity, Roulette, Dio, Linnaeus, and Burke. All of you guys did a wonderful job. And you all helped these people from Felines and Canines, our charity for this year. Welcome up on stage, if they're around, Abby Smith and Kelly Thompson. You're the next contestant. Oh, they're not here. Okay, well, we'll get to them. We'll get to them. I'll give you a sort of a breakdown of how generous you were in a whole bunch of different types of events. A lot of people were helping out this year, and I'm going to tell you about them in a second. Once I get this set. There we go. A lot of programming took place this year that raised money for charity. A lot of them done by a guy with a top hat. Don't know the guy. Well, look at that. Look at that. There's Abby Smith and Kelly Thompson. Are these for the puppies or for you?
I've been here before. I know it's about that.
Well, a lot of you guys were very generous in these types of events. We had the Foxes and Peppers concerts, both of them on Friday and Saturday night, raised copious amounts of money. The one last night raised $5,000 in one night. The other one raised just over $1,000, so that's wonderful. The charity Whose Lion Is It Anyway event with Alkali raised $1,078. $1,200 for the charity D&D event back on Friday, and a bunch of other programming events that raised money. We had our charity auction over the weekend, both the silent auction and the live auction, that raised $6,021. Oh, let's see, what else do we have here? Come on up, Master Ledger. All right, a lot of different organizations, a couple of groups in the dealer room also raised money and donated to the group. A couple in the area that was surrounded by the black curtains helped us out quite a bit. Thank you to Twin Tail Creations for $400 and Bad Dragon for $5,000. Boy, that's a lot of... money. And Fuzzy Logic Escape Rooms donated $2,000. So you guys all escaped. Give yourself a hand. We had a poker tournament over the weekend, $990. Vince, who spends some of his time helping with our treasury department, also did an online event called Party Animals. They raised $1,500. And what else did I mention? That's about it. We have our total for this year that we've raised to the second, $34,896. And 3 cents. 3 cents. That's it. Now, we don't think that's enough. Each year, Midwest Fur Fest, the Midwest Fur Fest board matches your generosity, and we'd like to do that again this year. We had a little money that we're saving away in a bank. What? Okay. Pass those out. Hold on a minute. Okay, hold it over here. All right. Let's see. Oh, IKEA. What? Oh, that's the real check. Yeah. There's an actual
We love you, Vince!
MF raccoon. That is one MF and raccoon. So, we're there. Did we forget anything? Did we forget anything? Oh, yeah. Does anybody else want to make like any extra donations, maybe? Maybe help out a little bit on out here. Because I know you guys have a history of being a little overgenerous.
I mean, we're about 7 shy of hitting that 6-digit.
Well,
It
let's
was
see, 34,896 plus 60,000.
So
It'd be 94,000.
So yeah, we're about 6 to make those 6 digits.
Yeah.
And then we need that to fix the stage.
Thank you for breaking the stage.
Okay. Would somebody like to open the rabbit?
No. Hey, no, you want to open the rabbit?
Open the rabbit. Open the rabbit. Oh, this is a puzzle.
I'm not even sure I want to know.
No, it's kind of heavy, so I don't know if you'll be able to count this tonight, but holy S. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
Not really my type, kind of skinny. Get a sandwich.
You're going to make our finance department cry because they have to count change now. Somebody made it hail.
We had a couple of extra things. Is Hat Guy around? Where's Alkali?
Alkali.
Get out here.
Where's that ferret?
This guy, by the way, is the rain god. He makes it rain.
And unlike Hero, it's difficult to make him cry.
We've got a couple things. I think there's one other thing we wanted to see if anybody here is interested. You guys have all been to the con suite, and you've seen the soda machine, and you see like all the different soda brands, and there's like one separate furry for each one, kind of like hugging the bottle or something like that. Just kick the Kleenex there. We'd like to give somebody here the opportunity to appear on next year's soda machine. So we can draw your character with your choice of soda, and we can do that. So why don't you kind of do the auctioneering here?
Oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to. Let's try this thing. I didn't swear. See? Give me that. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we're... Thanks. You know what we're bidding on. You've been to... Thank you. You've been to the con suite before. Most of you have gotten diabetes from it. A few of you informed me you got sticky from it. I didn't need to know that. Thank you for the explanation. Give me the... Ladies and gentlemen, this is a... This does not fit in my pocket yet. Yay, it worked. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you've all seen how this thing works. We are going to be bidding for a spot. Hi! I'm going to get around him. Nope, this is not working. You all know how this works. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been doing the top of this since we bought this horrific machine. So, if you ever wanted to be on the front of Satan... Hold on, phrasing.
Language.
That's why I stopped myself twice already. Ladies and gentlemen, we will start the bidding. To be in con suite the entire time as a fat guy, I'm jealous. At a mere $100. Okay, I think I just heard 500. Did I hear 500 over here? Is that you? $500? We are at $500 right off the bat. Your character, we're just going to put you on top of the soda machine. Did you just stand there all weekend? No. Great. Your Mountain Dew. All right, we have $500 to start off the bidding to be on the picture of next year's soda machine. Do I hear 600? I don't hear 600. Do you not like art? What is this, an anime con? What $600 to be part of MFF's furry memorabilia. Ooh, $500 going once. And I haven't heard a 600 over there first. 700 right here. Oh, you just wanted to hear me count. There's a huge man of Sesame Street over here. We have $700 at this point. I want to remind anyone who was not at opening ceremonies, ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, this weekend is very special for MFF because due to an anonymous donor, everything donated this weekend is being doubled. For every dollar donated, it is going to turn into $2. We have $700 to be on a piece of MFF furry memorabilia. That was a real word. Shut up. Do I hear $800? I don't know if that was a bid or an orgasm. AD says it's both. We have $700 going once. $800 from the unknown place women. I forgot who bid the $700. I'm going to pretend it was you. Now we need to stare at you now. Pretend that you just bid $700. Somebody can just outbid you for $800 and you don't actually need to eat food. Would you like to bid $900? We have $800 in the back. $800 going once. $800 going twice.
Go! 800.
That is it. Okay, you needed more Sesame Street is what you're telling me. Excellent. $900. Do we hear $1,000? $900 going once. $900 going twice. That is a $1,000 bid to be part of the con that I started this fandom in. Dude, $1,000 going once. $1,000 going twice.
I think that's where we are right now. Please be generous. Keep donating if you'd like to. We want to make 6 figures. Can you believe that? 6 figures. We had 400 people when we started this convention. It's amazing.
388.
Yeah, 380. We have more staffers than we had. Oh my goodness. Did we have other people that we wanted to thank? Well, we're counting some money.
While you're counting money, I'd like to bring the leads back on and pass the mic so they can thank people that have helped them do their job this year, if you do not mind.
Leads.
Hi.
Leads. Take the big stage because you're the leads.
All right, well, Kale's moving stuff, so I guess I have to go first. Hi, I'm Sid. I'm not actually Tiller, even though we're dressed the same, Tiller.
Hi, Sid!
So, we have a legal department. I want to thank all of you for making us do nothing this year. I want to thank Blythe, Talvix, Kitten, Ricario, and all of the registration staffers for getting the thousands and thousands of badges printed and delivered to you as faster than I thought was humanly possible, frankly. And then finally, Carrie, Gmo, and the VIP services team for providing our guests of honor, our sponsors and shiny sponsors with an amazing experience this weekend that you guys really knocked it out of the park. Thank you all.
Hi everyone, I'm Null. I oversee all the vending spaces here at MFF. So did anyone spend any time in the Dealer's Den, Artist Alley, or the art show? I hope everyone really liked the new space this year because it's just huge and it's impressive. And thank you to all of the artists and everyone who participated in all of the Vending Spaces this year. And I hope you guys have so much cool stuff to bring home and show off to everyone in your lives. And the people that all put this together, for Dealer's Den, we have Brendan and Wild Kitten overseeing that. For Art Show, you guys met Hug Monster earlier. She turned the art show around into this wonderful, beautiful thing that it is. And then this year in Artist Alley, we had Dubel and Kelshin as the directors. And I can't do what I do without them. So just a special thanks to everyone who is a part of my staff and is just doing the best they can to make your guys' experience that much better. So thank you one and all.
Hello everyone, I'm Metro. I would be the Director of Technology Services, also lead over charity. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Mirko. Thank you, Felines and Canines. You're wonderful. Also oversee photography. Thank you, Dex Cat, wherever he may be, probably taking photos of something or taking down the photo shoot. Really simple, thanks. I just want to thank everybody on my team, all of Technology Services, all of Charity, and all of Photography.
Hi, I'm Cal.
Hi, Callie.
I am head of logistics, and we move all the stuff that the con uses from where it lives during the whole year to here, and then we move all that stuff away again at the end. I'm also kind of in oversight of Con Suite, where that soda machine lives. And so I just have a couple things I want to give. First of all, to the whole Con Suite staff for keeping that place running as a nicely well-oiled machine all weekend. And then to my staff, my actual staff on logistics, special thanks to Chad and Bebop, who are not here because they're off starting the loadout process, which is where I will be running away to as soon as I'm done talking. But to my whole staff for just being amazing workers, very energized and ready to get stuff done as efficiently and quickly as possible so that you guys can have as good of a weekend as possible. So that's it for me.
Hi everyone, I'm Theo. I'm the... I am the lead responsible for programming, main events, AV, as well as gaming. So when it comes to programming, the people I need to thank most are my assistant directors, Panda and November. I need to thank all of my programming track leads, because if it weren't for the two of them, as well as my programming track leads, we could not have put together the programming that we were able to provide you this weekend. So I first want to hear it for them. Now at Con, they're absolutely essential to making sure programming runs successfully. But there's another programming team that I need to thank, and that is our Fire Solver team. Now, hopefully not many of you had any challenges with programming, but if you did, there was a team of us with radios in our ears the entire time going around to make things run smoothly and make things right. And if it weren't for my team, my fire solving team, we couldn't have done that. So I definitely have to give a big, full-hearted thank you to them. Next, very important to programming, not just panels, but here on the main and secondary stage. Audie, back of stage, you and your team. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you so much. We could not do this without you. And those who are watching on our stream today, you better be applauding for him too. And finally, gaming. You know, we've kind of talked about internally at the convention that gaming are essentially running their own convention within our convention. And that takes chutzpah. That takes a lot of guts, and that takes a lot of dedication. So I want to hear, finally, a round of applause for all of gaming, for VR gaming, for video gaming, tabletop gaming, and thank them for bringing in our partners that brought the arcade. Everyone who's worked under me, you all are amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Woody, would you like to add some stuff?
For a moment, I was actually just going to talk into my empty mic stand. I realized, no, that's not going to work so much. I'm not Data or Alkali or those other people here who can scream into the crowd.
I'm offended.
Like that. I am so thankful. I kind of came on mid-year to step into the vice chair role to assist some other people who were feeling a bit overwhelmed. And most of what I do has been extraordinarily busy behind the scenes, but the forward-facing side of that has been Dave Cat with our info desk, or our info desks, I guess. If you've stopped for information with these guys, they have been phenomenal all weekend, and it has been amazing seeing how much they've reached out to anyone who even looks like they could be lost to make sure that they know where they're going, and those guys have been absolutely fantastic this year. So thank you for everyone who worked the info desk and everyone who stopped in, I guess, made their jobs worthwhile. So thank you, info desk. And then beyond that, I have Cody with our media relations team, and media relations is kind of an interesting job because they're the ones who vet the media that approaches us, and it is surprising how much media does approach us compared to just a few years ago. And he reaches out to make sure that the people that are coming to the convention have been vetted, that they seem like, they're looking for a good story about the convention and what we do here, and not something that, maybe is less an ideal representation of the fandom. So we're very careful about who we allow in media-wise, and I think they've done a fantastic job this year, and I'm very excited to see, how that comes out. So thank you so much to our media relations department. I don't know if any of them are here tonight. They might be out celebrating, but thank you, media relations. Oh, they're backstage, so yes. And last but definitely not least, this is a department which 3 years ago was one person, and it turned into 2 people, and then one of those people had a breakdown and went away, so it turned into 14 people, because it turns out that social media is an astoundingly overwhelming job, especially an organization our size, with the number of attendees we have, the number of followers we have, trying to maintain that and make sure we can respond to as many people as possible in a timely manner. Like I said, that takes 14 people now on our staff. So thank you so much to Spaz and Kuna, who I'm sure are backstage right now live tweeting this, and the entire social media department. Thank you guys so much for making us look great.
I just need the mic, I don't need the stand. You keep handing yours off, so. We've already heard from Noel, who reports to me, so I know, it's like I literally don't even have to worry about him. He's got everything over across the street covered. Thank you for that. Keeping that all together in a line, I know, is an exhausting job, and I'm glad I don't have to worry about it because he's got it. I also have security and the amazing team that helps keep everybody remembering that we're having a good time to have a good time and not too much of a good time. As well as our first aid department, making sure when you twist your ankles during floor wars, or, bump your knee because you were being silly, that they can check that out and make sure you're okay. And of course, the team you've probably seen the most of this weekend, if you've pretty much gone to any big panels, and that's crowd control. They bust their tails all weekend trying to make sure people get through reg lines, get through for the NEOs, get through for floor wars, get through for, and then the elevators, the never-ending elevators. The never-ending elevators. Thank you, Tango, Pixie, Hobbs, and Null for all that you do to make my life easier and not have to go insane.
We've already heard from Theom, and that covers kind of a good chunk of the departments under me, but it's also a couple of other folks that I wanted to mention. Operations is kind of the heart of the convention. It's kind of the communications nexus. It's the information clearinghouse. Smack Jackal and his team bring a quiet competence to that department that leaves me in awe. They're incredible. Likewise, volunteers, our gophers. Piper and his crew have been amazing all weekend. It's amazing the number of gopher requests far outstrips the number of gophers available, and yet somehow they make it all work. Publications, Reno and White Fox have just knocked it out of the park this year. Take a look at your con book, take a look at all the signage. All of that is work of them and their team, and they have just been incredible. So our theming department, Roscoe kind of came in mid-year and ran with it, and a lot of the art assets that you see and some of the publications materials and on the website are handled by him. He did a fantastic job. I especially want to call out our accessibility services department. Dozer and Amras kind of are founding that department for the very first time this year. And they had a couple of initiatives providing accessibility bracelets to allow people to get to the head of the line so they're not killing themselves waiting in line. We had a quiet room down on the international level, which kind of gave people some time to get away. And of course, our wonderful ASL interpreters as well. And finally, I do want to thank the facilities and hotels department. We have, by my calculation, approximately 600,000 square feet of function space that we are managing between the Hyatt and the Convention Center. We have a team of 14 people who are making all of that happen. And I especially want to thank Street, who handled things in the Hyatt, Hino, who handled things incredibly capably over in the Convention Center, and Noan, who handled all of our food and beverage, and as well as just all the rest of our team. They're an incredible group of people, and it's been my privilege to work with them. Thank you.
I can't do this nearly as well as Tilo can, but hi, I'm Cheetah.
Hi, Cheetah!
Oh, thank you, thank you. As Duncan had pointed out, we work with an awful lot of hotels, and it's the most visible part of our business partners. I'd like to make a special call out this year to 3 new business partners we have. These are people that augment our very capable staff and take care of all the behind-the-scenes services. In particular, new this year, in this facility, there's a new AV support company. It is Encore Event Technologies, and a special shout out to Maurice and Jamal, who took care of some really difficult problems very early on in the convention and made it completely go away. So we're extremely thankful for your efforts. As you might imagine, it is particularly difficult to find housing for well over 10,000 people, and we've had a number of hotels that really helped out, but we have 2 in particular this year that are brand new, and their entire management team did a great job in working with us. In particular, that is the Hyatt Rosemont and the Loews Chicago O'Hare. Thank you so much to those hotels. Unfortunately, they won't be here to hear this, but we are very thankful for their assistance. a little bit closer in the family, as these wonderful people up here have poured out the accolades for people who truly deserve it. Most of my focus is on the corporate business side of the convention these days. And there will be some names that you hear before, but there are a number of folks on this stage and in the audience that pull double duty. They have a public face that you all see in convention operations, but they're also involved in corporate departments that take care of our business all throughout the year and year to year. In particular, this will be a very familiar name. Tiller, are you still around here someplace? Hi, Tiller.
Tiller. It's me, Tiller.
Tiller, as you aware, is our head of human and critter resources, and while that does mean he helps the con chairs staff the convention, make sure, but he also has an incredibly heavy load in dealing with all the day-to-day things that we have to do as a large organization as far as the real world thinks, oh, well, you're expected to do X, Y, and Z. In addition, Sin, who's also on stage, is our chief legal counsel. He does an amazing, amazing job in making sure that we don't say anything particularly dumb as an organization, and guides us in all the things from intellectual property to contracts and any number of issues. I don't believe he's in here right now, but Spirit Bearer is currently our lead of risk. That would be the part we say, please don't hurt yourselves. And then two other folks that want to point out, Crimson is the head of our software engineering and infrastructure. Their focus is on long-term software development, and in particular, Vicky, our lead software developer. So all of these people head up their departments that work long-term, year-to-year, on multi-year time horizon to help support the efforts of our con chairs. So thank you, all of you. There's one last group of people that I would like to briefly bring into the light that really are kind of in the back room. This is, we're in the realm of the Chicago influence, so just imagine a very dark room in a basement that's filled full of cigar smoke and wood panels. That is the board and the officers that are responsible for the governance of the organization. That's really just a fancy word saying we got the right paperwork in the right place at the right time. Those people are Robert, he is currently our secretary, Vince, who is also the treasurer of the parent corporation.
Woo!
Thank you, Vince. He's probably back to accounting. Probably he still has to count some more. Data, despite having way too much to do as it is also our vice president of operations, which keeps her extremely busy in making sure that all these things we have to do for years at a time. Thank you, Data, for taking care of that. And we can round out our board with Rama right here. You might have figured out he is the con chair this year, but he also took care of quite a few duties as on our board. Pero and Woody rounds out that group of people. So thank you, all of you, for an amazing effort way in that deep cellar in the dark, smoky room. We don't really smoke. That dark, smoky room in helping us out. So thank you for everything we've done to keep the business operations going year to year.
Again, just thank you to everyone that has helped these past year to put on the show. And are we ready to go?
Yes.
We have counted.
Ready to go.
All right. We're going to bring the charity back out.
And before we give you the number, by the way, you guys rock. One other thing I'd like to ask: does anybody have $21?
Yes.
Could somebody?
Here's one.
There's one. Okay, 20.
Got it.
Is it 20? Oh. You win. Okay, that's all I need. I need to eat tonight. No. Before we give you a total here, Abby Smith from Felines and Canines, tell me a little about what? Oh, more money. Oh my God. Okay, excellent. That's another 60, and another 21 here. Okay. All right. So. Why are you doing any critical events?
Can I just talk for 2 seconds? 2 seconds. Okay. So I've got, before I can't speak because I will be sobbing. I'm Andy. Hey there, how are you?
Hi, Abby!
Thank you. This is Art and my beautiful wife, Kelly. And please say hi, Kelly, too. Hey, Kelly. Hi, Kelly! Thank you. So as you know, this is our third time here. And not only have you enabled us to change as an organization, but I've noticed an incredible change in Furry Fest as well, in Fur Fest. So if you don't mind, just humor me for a second here as I tell a very quick story. All weekend long, I found I was like, verge of tears, and I couldn't really place it until yesterday afternoon. And what is so remarkable to me, I remember in 1978 coming out as a baby dyke, and my parents had a choice to either support me as I am or to shun me like so many of my friends had been shunned. And they supported me being who I am as a 14-year-old, which enabled me to become the woman that I am today. And as I sat there at our booth all weekend long, looking at these 7- and 8-year-olds and 14-year-olds in their fur costumes and their tails and their head, it was the most remarkable feeling to me. And while your donation will do an incredible amount for animals in our care, your capacity and compassion for these people will do an incredible amount for the next generation. And I am blessed and honored to be standing here in front of you today.
Okay, so looks like we raised just in the last half hour $5,060. Just out of your pocket. That's amazing. So we have our total that we've raised so far for felines and canines. One other thing, those nice little drinks you've been having at the Red Bar, the furry themed drinks, the Hyatt is donating a portion of the proceeds for those drinks to the organization, so we'll get that number a little later. But our total...
We're still taking drink orders too.
Yeah, keep drinking, people.
Wait,
hold on. Okay, our final total. $956.03. Oh wait, I missed the three. I missed the 3 digits in front of it. $100,956.
Are there under 18s here? Are there kids here? Raise your hand if you're under 18. I promised I wouldn't swear, but fuck me. Are you kidding me, you guys? Thank you.
I don't know if that's personal or not. Okay, well. So we've been given a wonderful additional donation tonight, and this was a personal letter, and I'm not going to read it, but not to call anybody out, we've also given an extra $10,000 on top of that. So, yeah, another $10,000, so our total is $110,000. Oh my God! Carry the one.
One more time.
So $110,956. That is amazing, and
3 cents.
we're matching it.
3
1
cents.
for 1.
Match dollar for dollar, cent for cent. So your donations, your $110,000 just became $220,000 this weekend.
That's a lot of puppies, people. Thank you.
Okay.
Something's happening, don't worry.
It is one of the greatest pleasures of the board to select the con chair every year. We are abundantly aware what an absolutely huge task that is. Rama has led this convention for the last 2 years to an absolutely astonishing donation. Good grief, with nearly $250,000. Is that enough, by the way? Just making sure. So, the board of directors is pleased to recognize Rama's contribution this year for an absolutely astonishing run, and I could not have asked for anything. How do you follow this? So Rama, from the board of directors, we thank you immensely for the job that you have done in leading our menagerie to such an absolutely amazing conclusion. Well done.
When I agreed to do this a little over 2 years ago, I never imagined that I would, what the convention would become. And it's been amazing. It's been an amazing run. It's been a huge privilege to be up here these past 2 years and to lead such a wonderful team, everywhere from my leads down to, the lowest staffer that we have. And it's wonderful that I lost the words again. This is what happens when I go off script. It's just, I can't express the amount of pride and gratitude I have towards the people on the stage, the people in the audience, and I really want to thank you all for making this a wonderful 2 years experience for myself, and hope for many more years working with these fine people. So thank you again to everyone. Thank you. So, to get back on script so I don't stumble over myself all the time, I want to again thank all our attendees this year. It's been a wonderful weekend. We're not done yet. Tiller will have some where is Tiller at? Tiller will have some information later on stuff going on. If you have any suggestions, comments, or even criticisms, we don't mind that. We have an email for that. It is info@furfest.org. We'd love to hear from you because we know we're not perfect. We want to try to be better next year. Now that my time is over, it's time to pass the torch off for the next year. And for that, I would like to bring front and center Data Hawk, who was elected our convention chair for 2020.
Okay, now let's get this back in place. Here we go. First of all, I would like to thank the board for voting this bit of confidence into me. If you don't know who I am, I'm Data Hawk. I'm not as cool as Tiller, it's okay. For those who haven't figured out our pattern, we will return the weekend after Thanksgiving, December 3rd through 6th, right here at the Hyatt Regency O'Hare. And we are going intergalactic. If this stops turning. Whether you are traveling with a questionably responsible grandfather or a crazy person in a blue box, or just from a faraway world, this is going to be the con for you. We have 3 amazing guests lined up. From the artist and comic creator of Skin Deep, Corey Bing. The incredibly talented costume designer of Stuffed Panda Studios, Rachel Bach. And last, but obviously not least, the special effects artist involved with Species and Jurassic Park and assisted in the creating of Teddy Ruxpin, Lynette Eklund. I would like to thank my wonderful husband, Linnaeus, for supporting me in this crazy endeavor of leading this gigantic ship for the next year. I cannot even possibly imagine what it would be like without his support, and also the support of the wonderful people up here. Thank you so much. I love you. 2020.
Tiller. It's me, Tiller.
Hi, Tiller!
Oh gosh, I love you. Give them all one more hand! Now I know what you're thinking. It's closing ceremonies, it's all done, and you have to go home right now. You must leave immediately. You've passed my riddle. You're correct. It's not all done. There's more. I don't know why I said that like a spooky wizard, but here we are. There's a dance tonight. Indeed. The Headless Lounge is open till 1 a.m. And there's open gaming until whenever you want. I was literally told there's no stop time. Apparently you can live in one of those rooms now. Please don't do that, I will get in a lot of trouble. Now, I want you all to give one final round of applause because you did it. We had a wonderful MFF 2019. You're all angels!
Bye, Taylor!
Bye.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Silver Gattoman, he bought me a coffee. Silver Gattoman, here is the song for thee. He likes to video all the panels at the cons. You should go and watch them whether they are short or long. Silver Gattoman, you video that's not a jibe. All of you go to his YouTube channel and like and subscribe.